Hey, what's up everyone? This is Steve, and I finished building a spray booth. This is something I've been meaning to do for a while, but I did some spring cleaning and I moved all my painting stuff into the same room as my workbenches, so yeah, now I have like a dedicated hobby room, which is nice. So I really needed to control the overspray, so I decided it was time to build my booth. So I'll give you guys a little quick look at what I've done. Basically I just went to the Home Depot and bought 3 2x4s and had them cut each of them at 2 feet. Yeah, and I just built a box. Then I just I bought this like 1/8 inch plywood stuff, and I just lined the inside of that box with those pieces. I mounted the fan into the back, and it works very well. So I sprayed these pieces the other night, and you could just see the overspray flowing through the foam and out. And I put a clamp lamp up on top so you can actually see what you're doing. So I've mounted my airbrush holders here and over here. So I haven't showed you, but I've got a new airbrush that I've been using. It's a lot better. I added a humidity gauge up here. It's like 37% right now. I don't know what percent of humidity is best for painting, but I do know if it gets too high, it's really bad for painting, so I put that there just to keep an eye on things. If it starts like raining constantly over the summer, I may need to get like a dehumidifier and try to keep the humidity down in here if I want to be painting, but who knows what the summer will do. Over on the side, I've built some little shelves out of some scrap pieces of wood. I'm actually gonna redo these. These are all my flats right now, but I want to add 4 shelves because I'm out of space for my flats, and on the other side I'll do the same thing for my gloss paints. So yeah, I think that's it for the spray booth. Actually, I kind of boarded up the edges too, so that nothing flows back through the window. So an update for the GM Sniper. I've been painting the weapon parts and the coolant reactor piece. So I've got this piece almost ready to be painted with the second coat. I need to apply a few more of the stencil pieces, and I need to do all these pieces too. And yeah, I wanted to give you guys a few little painting tips too. I've kind of recently learned. So for clamping onto pieces that don't have good little pegs that you can just easily clip onto, if you take little runner pieces and you cut angles into them, it becomes very easy to just kind of wedge them into little cracks like that. Like this piece has no little pegs to clip onto, so using different sized runner pieces, you can wedge into almost anything. So I've switched primers. I've started using a spray primer. To me, is surface primer fine, which is very nice. It goes on very smooth, so I don't need to actually sand it after I've primed it, which saves a lot of time. And using a spray primer is also a lot quicker because I don't have to clean up my airbrush afterwards. And another little tip, so I didn't even snap this guy together, I just disassembled all the pieces, sanded them, and then just threw them into these little trays. So this is one of the arms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean all these pieces. I haven't washed them yet, but first I'm going to do the inner frame parts, and then once I've primed them and painted them, what I'm going to do is just going to throw them into a little bag and seal it up. That way, if I don't get back to them right away and like clear coat them and finish them up, they're not going to get dirty. I've had issues where I start something and I get off doing something else and I forget, or I don't do anything with it, and by the time I go back to it, it's like covered in dust and hairs and stuff and like a whole bunch of stuff. So by putting them into little bags, it kind of will ensure that it stays clean. Alright, so stay tuned for a little hand painting tutorial. I'm going to show you the steps you need to take after you've painted a piece to get it ready to hand paint details, like all these little pipes and stuff you can paint to really make pieces pop. And then hopefully I'll get to a video on panel lining with enamel paints. Those are two videos I've actually done in the past but wasn't happy with, so I didn't upload. But yep, so stay tuned for that, and yep, I'll see you guys next time.